One of the best zombie films within the last decade, 28 Days Later isn't just a zombie apocalypse film, but it also shows the horrors that await us if such an event would happen from the survivors themselves. My name is Jeremy, and I host Listening to the Movies on 101.7 Civil Radio or on www.civl.ca. I play classic hits from great film soundtracks, and last night I played the soundtrack from 28 Days Later. Released in 2002, 28 Days Later takes place in London, where a bicycle courier named Jim, played by Cillian Murphy, wakes up after a 28-day coma and finds that London is abandoned. That is, until he discovers the infected. Humans that were infected with a virus called Rage that makes them completely violent and unrelenting and have no regard for emotion, pain, or fear. The main difference between the Rage virus and modern-day zombies is that they are still human in a way. You don't need to destroy the brain to kill them, and they can starve to death. But they can run really flippin' fast. Jim finds another survivor named Selena, played by Naomi Harris. They also find a father-daughter team, Frank and Hannah, who have also found a military transmission saying that there is an answer to infection. When they arrive at the blockade, Frank is unfortunately infected by a crow and is killed by the soldiers. That is when the remainder of the group find out that the answer to infection is the commanding officer's way of keeping his men from killing themselves or going insane, mainly by letting them have the women and then killing Jim. Jim, however, escapes and uses the infected in a way to get back into the house, kill the soldiers, and rescue Selena and Hannah. The film is just awesome from beginning to end, in my opinion. Danny Boyle's use of the grainy Canon XL1 just is an awesome idea from his point. It just makes the world even more desolate and destroyed just from how the film picture is composed. I think Danny Boyle is an amazing director, just with the fact that he rarely has done the same thing twice in his career, and that he uses what he has available to him. The film was made off of $8 million, and it made 10 times that back in the box office. The film shows that zombies aren't the only thing we have to fear if the end of the world were to happen. Much like what The Walking Dead has done recently, 28 Days Later shows that humans can also be monsters, and that man's inhumanity to man is the true fear that will come. The soundtrack is fantastic, with a mix from John Murphy's score, both original and adapted from other songs, as well as hits from Grandaddy, Brian Eno, Piranha, and more. It also has a song from Canadian post-rock band Godspeed You Black Emperor, but it isn't on the official soundtrack due to licensing issues. The music helps build both the horror and the hope in the film. When the infected are near, John Murphy makes your heart race and builds the fear within you with fast drums and a haunting guitar piece. When there are moments of happiness, however, the music switches to something new and enlightening, something like AM 180 from Grandaddy or Ave Maria that is played at one point. The soundtrack is great, and despite its kind of high price on Amazon, it is well worth it. I wish I could have played all the songs on the soundtrack, but with a whopping 24 tracks on it, that just wasn't possible, unfortunately. If you are in the mood to scare yourself this Halloween, pick this movie up right now. Or, in fact, if you were a zombie fan, whether you've seen it or not, watch this and see just how awesome this film is again. And also see where Zack Snyder got his idea for his running zombies in his Dawn of the Dead remake. If you guys want to catch the recording of last night's show, click the first link in the description. If you want to catch up on what I watch, click the second link for the Facebook page. Happy Halloween, everyone, and